In this video, we are going to talk about how you can use the Gutenberg page builder to design structures and layouts for your WordPress website. So if you are still using the classic editor and you want to make a switch on Gutenberg, then this video is for you. Hi, my name is Ankit and welcome to Magazine 3 YouTube channel where we talk about everything related to WordPress. And if you want to learn more about that, then make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever we upload our next video. So let's dive in our WordPress backend and see how we can use Gutenberg page builder to design our page layouts and structures. So here we are in our WordPress backend, and if we go in the appearance section, we are using Cadence theme. So you can use any WordPress theme to use Gutenberg page builder. And along with this Cadence theme, if we go in the plugin section, we are using the Cadence blocks. And this plugin gives us so many Gutenberg blocks that we can use to design our page structures and layouts. And when we use Cadence theme and Cadence Gutenberg block, it makes a perfect combination to design any kind of website layout. And we have covered in our previous video about the top 3 Gutenberg plugins that you can use on your WordPress website to get the most out of Gutenberg page builder. So do check out that video. The link is in the I button above or the video description below. So now let's go ahead and create a new page and see how we can use the Gutenberg page editor. So here we are in a new blank area, and till now if you are only using classic editor, then this might look a little bit overwhelming for you because Gutenberg gives you a lot of area to write and create your page structure. And that's the whole idea of Gutenberg page builder, to give you more than a classic word editor. So here we see we have a complete blank area. The first thing here is to add a title. So we can give a title to our page. So we can call it Gutenberg editor for beginners. And below that, we have the area where we can start typing our content. So the basic idea of working or making page structures using Gutenberg is that every element is like a block. So in order to understand that in an easy way, let's consider an example of our normal word editor. So in order to type in any text, all we have to do is just start typing. And here is our text. But in order to do a content formatting, we use tables. So now if I have to add a new table or to create a structured content, I can add table like this 2x1 table. And here if I have to add an image, I can just paste the image directly in this table. And now in order to add content on this right hand side column, all I have to do is just start typing and my content will be visible here. So now in order to add content on this right hand side column, all I have to do is just start typing. So in order to create a structured content, we can use the table structure. And this is how exactly the Gutenberg blocks work. We have a row block which can be divided into 2 columns or sections. And in each section or column, you can add content in different forms. So while creating content and designing our page using Gutenberg blocks, we need to consider that in form of some table structure. So let's start with the options available here on the screen, and then we will move ahead to the content part. So first we have this WordPress icon which will take us back to the dashboard, and after that we have this plus icon. And if we click on that, here we can see all the Gutenberg blocks available which we can use on this to design our page structure here. And on the very top, we have Cadence blocks, which is coming from the plugin which we have just installed. After that, we have patterns. So these are some ready-made blocks which you can easily import on your page and start creating the layout for that page. And after that, we have the reusable block section where it will show all the blocks which you have saved as a template to reuse them on anywhere on your website. So we will cover that in the later part of this video. After this, we have tools. So under this, we have 2 options, edit or select. So edit is when we want to edit any of the Gutenberg block, and select is used when we want to select any of the block and then move it around on our page structure. So right now we will set it to edit. And after that, we have undo or redo option. And after that, we have the details icon, which will show us the number of characters, words, headings, and rest of the other details about this page. And after that, we have very important option, and that is list view. And if we click on that, it will show us the list of blocks that are present on this page. So just for an example, if we paste our content here and we call it second and we call it number 1. So now we have 2 paragraph blocks on this page, and if you want to move the paragraph number 2 above paragraph number 1, we can do that by this arrow icon here. It says move up, or we can just select the paragraph from here or any block and then drag and drop it anywhere on this list view. So now you see that the number 2 paragraph is back at the bottom. So this is how easy it is to navigate through different blocks if you have a complex structure of your page, and it's also very helpful to move around the blocks. Next, we have the design library, and this option is coming from Cadence theme. So if you have installed Cadence theme and Cadence plugin, you will get this free library of templates which you can import on any page and then start designing your page structure. After that, we have the save draft. So in the classic editor, all these 3 options were at the right hand side. And after that, we have this range or this setting icon. And once we click on that, it will give us 2 options. So if you have selected any block, so it will show you all the settings regarding that particular block. If you select the page, then it will show you the general settings of that page, like setting the visibility, author name, permanent link, or setting the featured image. After that, we have this page setting option, which is again coming from Cadence theme. So this option will be visible depending upon what theme you are using. And the last, we have these 3 dots, that is options. And here we have the toolbar option. If we select that, if we click on that, it will show the toolbar at the very top. So it will not show right on the top of the block that you select. It will always stick on the very top. But I would prefer it to be on the top of the selected block, so that it will be easy for me to do the changes right here, so that I don't have to move the mouse a bit long. So all the settings will be visible right at the top of the block. After that, we have an option for spotlight mode. So here you can see if I select this block, this one is highlighted and rest of the blocks or items on the page are a little bit blurred. So if we select this one, then you can see that the focus is on only this block. So this is happening from the spotlight mode. And after that, we also have the full screen mode. If we disable that, we will get to see this WordPress menu here. So if you turn that on, you get a little bit extra space to see what you are building on this page. After that, we have an option to see the visual or the code editor. And then we have one of the most important option, that is manage reusable blocks. So whatever reusable blocks or reusable templates that we create using our Gutenberg blocks, it will be listed under this section. So you can open that in a new tab. So we will cover that again in the later section of this video. After that, we have keyboard shortcuts, welcome guide, and copy all content. And this option will help you copy all the content of this page and then paste it on any page or post of this website. And at the end, we have an option for preferences. So you can play around with the preferences depending upon how you want to use this block editor interface. So now we are ready to dive in the content area. So let me just go ahead and delete these blocks so that we can start fresh. And now we have the icon here in the main content area. And if we want to start adding the content, we can easily start typing, and this will by default be considered as a paragraph block. So once you are done with this paragraph, you can just hit enter and it's ready to enter a new paragraph. But instead of paragraph, if you want to enter any other block, like you want to enter a structure, like if in case you want to enter a row layout where you have 2 columns so that you can design your page structure. So for that, we need to add a new block here. And to add this block, we have few options. We can either click on this plus icon, which will give us the list of all blocks, and we can search the block that we want to add. Or we can click on this plus icon, and from here we can choose the blocks, patterns, or any reusable block. But the easiest way and my favorite one is to add a block by just typing / and then type in the name of the block. And once you start typing, so for example, we want to add a row layout. So we will start typing row, and the first one is the default Gutenberg block which comes with every WordPress setup. And after that, this row layout is from the Cadence blocks. So we are going to use this one. And once we select that, we now get an option to select what kind of row structure we want to create, how many columns will be in that row structure. So we will choose this equal row layout. We will have 2 columns with equal width. And in order to view the settings of this row layout, we need to click on this wrench or the setting icon here. And now we see all the settings from Cadence blocks for this particular row layout block. Here we can change the orientation of these columns, and we can add margin padding. We can set background settings from here, and we can also add borders. So right now we have these 2 columns, and this is and once again, it looks very similar to the word editor that we have just seen. So on the left hand column, we can add some image or content, and then add various elements on the right hand side column. So let's begin by adding an image in the left hand side column. So for that, we will click on this plus icon and then search for image. So here, if we type in img, we can see the image block here. Let's select that. Now we get an option to choose the image either by upload or from the media library. If we click on the media library, here is our image. Let's select that. And now we have an image in the left hand side block. And if we click on this image, we get all the elements of option that we can do with this image block. So either we can choose the alignment, we can add an hyperlink, we can crop this image, add a caption over this image, or maybe completely replace this. So whatever block you select, you will see settings for that right above this block. And now on the right hand side, we will add some text. So once again, we will choose this paragraph block and then type in our content. As we have selected this paragraph block, we are getting this toolbar for all the settings available for this paragraph block. But now, if in case I want to go back in the setting of this complete row, or maybe this particular section or this column, so for that, I can use the breadcrumb at the very bottom. So right now, if I click on this, you can see that right now I am at the paragraph block. But above that, we have the section, that is this column. And above that, we have the row block. So this is how we can select any element in a nested block structure. And if you remember just a few minutes back, we have also covered an option here. It says list view. If we click on that, so now we can see the similar structure here. We first have this complete row structure. Then we have this left section. Under this left section, we have an image. And after that, we have another section, which is on the right hand side. And under that, we have this paragraph. So if in case we want to move around the elements, we can do that right from here. For example, if I want to add this paragraph below this image, I can just move this paragraph and drop it below this image. Or maybe I can move the image from the left hand side column to the right hand side column or section in this case. So we can drop it here, and now the image is on the right hand side. So this is how you can see all the elements of your page using this list view, and you can also rearrange the elements around on the page structure. And if we click on the row layout, we can go to the settings, and maybe from here we can add a background color, so you can play around with that from here. And this is how you can design your complete page using various blocks that are available with Cadence blocks or native in the Gutenberg editor. So once you are done with the designing of the page structure, there could be certain sections or blocks which you want to reuse on various places on your website. So for that, you can create a template for that section or block and then reuse it anywhere on your website. And in Gutenberg, we call it reusable block. So let's say we have this structure or this 2-column layout and we want to reuse it anywhere on our website. So we can click here to select the complete row structure because we want both left and the right hand side. So once that is selected, in order to create this as our reusable block or template, we need to go to these three dots, and then we have an option add to reusable blocks. Once we click on that, we get an option to name this reusable block, and this is very important that you give it a name which you can easily recognize and remember for future. And I will show you why is it very important. So let's say we give it a random name. So we give it a name as blue block 1, and now we save this. So now you see that the icon is changed to this, which is a reusable block. So right now we are looking at a reusable block, not a row layout. And let's say we want to create a new page, and there we want to add this reusable block or this template. So let's publish this page and then go back in our editor. Let's create a new page, and now in the content area we want to add or reuse that template so that we don't have to create it again. And for that we just need to type in / just like adding any block, and this is the point where you want to make sure that you give a name to your reusable block which you can easily remember in future. So now if I start typing blue, I will get my reusable block suggested here. If in case you do not remember the name of your block, you can just delete it everything from here, and to add the reusable block you can go to this plus icon here, go to this reusable section, and here is our blue block 1, and once you mouse over on this you can see the preview as well. Let's click on this, and now here is our blue block reusable content. So now we have added the reusable content on this page, and in the same way we can add this on anywhere on our website. But here is a catch. Right now it is a reusable block. If you do any changes here on this block, it will get reflected on all the places wherever you have used this reusable block. Let's say we add a line here. And now let's publish this page. Here you see an option that you want to save this page, which is called new page. And it also detected a change in reusable block blue block 1. So now it's asking us if we want to save that. So let's say we want to save this. Let's publish this now. And now if we open that page again, the first page where we have created this reusable block, here you can see that this line got added here as well. So whatever changes you do in the reusable block, it gets updated everywhere on your website. So make sure you keep that point in mind. Reusable block is a template. Whatever changes you do in that will get reflected everywhere. So in order to use this design but not affect your reusable block, you need to unlink this from the template. And for that we need to go to these three dots here, and we have an option here. It says convert to regular block. So once we click on that, now you see that our row layout icon is back, and this is no more linked to our reusable block. So whatever changes you do here will stay here only. So this is how you can create templates in form of reusable blocks and use them anywhere on your website. Now, if in case you want to export your reusable block or template and then use it for any other website, all you have to do is just go to your reusable block. We need to click on these three dots here, and then under tools we have manage reusable blocks. Let's open that in a new tab, and here you see that our blue block 1 is listed here, just like our blog post or pages. Along with that, we have an export as JSON option available, so you can export this reusable block. And for the website where you want to use this, you can again open this reusable block section and then click on import from JSON. So with that, you can import this block JSON file, and this reusable block will be added in your new WordPress setup. So this is how you can create reusable blocks not just for your own website. You can use these reusable blocks on any other WordPress website as well. So this is how you can use the Gutenberg blocks to create your page structure and design your complete website. And once you install themes like Cadence theme or Astra or any other theme and combine them with various Gutenberg blocks plugin, it gives you so much options which you can use to design a perfect looking website by just using Gutenberg blocks. So I hope after this video you will stop using classic editor and make a switch to Gutenberg blocks. If you like this video, then make sure you hit the like button, and to watch more videos like this, subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever we upload our next video. And if you need any expert help regarding your website, you can connect with us using the link given in the video description below. So that's it for this one, and I'll see you in the next video.